All right, welcome to Game Night tonight for another unboxing of this expansion to the DC deck building game. It's the crossover pack number 5 called The Rogues. So if you're not familiar with the DC deck building game, this game is awesome. You're a bunch of the DC characters fighting against villains to save the world and, you know, all that fun jazz and stuff, but it comes with different cards. I'm going to try and open these really quick, but ultimately it can be a co-op game if you have the Crisis expansions. It can just be a all-for-one, one-for-all game if you choose to do it that way, but the DC deck building game is one of our favorite games in this house, but the crossover packs add more dimension to the game, more fun stuff that will happen, more defense, more equipments, more superpowers, all the stuff. So I'm going to put this here. So first of all, we have all the new cards that are coming in. So we have the Cold Gun. I'm going to be going through these pretty quick, so if you want to, you can freeze the frame and check out what each of them does, but we have the Airwalk Shoes. We've got Loot. These are all the equipments here. We've got the Mirror Gun. We've got the Bag of Tricks. Looks like there's a lot of victory points when you get these cards. You got the hero Iris West. You got the hero Patty Spivot. You got the hero James Jesse. You got this hero Captain Boomerang Jr. Wonder who the senior is. The Pied Piper, of course, with all of his rats and his nice flute. You got the Flash as a superhero. So in these, it looks like, depending on which game you do, you can be facing against the supervillains or some superheroes. So this one, my guess is that you're facing the superheroes in this version, so you'd be doing like the Forever Evil version, basically, where you're fighting against the superheroes as a villain, as opposed to being the heroes fighting the villains. But this superhero, you have the Flash. You've got Jesse Quick. It's another superhero. You got this superhero, Jay Garrick. You got Hawkman. It's a superhero. Max Mercury, superhero. Wally West is a hero. Bart Allen, another superhero. I love the artwork on these, by the way. I've always enjoyed this game for that reason. You see all the different superheroes and supervillains that you're used to, but you could see them in this awesome way, different artwork, really cool. Really fun, though. It adds a whole lot of interest into the game if you're into that kind of stuff. There's the superhero, the Flash again. And then, of course, you got different locations. Again, it's saying with this little yellow highlight, it says, when you buy or gain this card, gain 1 victory point, 1 VP. So it looks like it's all about victory points being added to your hand. You got Iron Heights here, that location. You've got the Rogues Safe House, that location. Tornado as a superpower. The Engulfing Flames. Mirror Images is a superpower. Lightning Strike is a superpower. The Phasing is a superpower. Dr. Alchemy as a villain. The Tar Pit as a villain. Girder as the villain. Magenta as one of the villains. The Top as another villain. Ooh, and it looks like it has a Teamwork a Foe. I have no idea what that means. So teamwork is another verbiage in here that you have to learn about in the actual rules and everything for this particular crossover pack. But you got Abracadabra, or Abracadabra, however you want to say it. But the Mighty Meeples. This is just another card for like other characters. I'm going to toss it. But there you have it. You have the new cards, new superheroes that you can face. So this makes whatever pack you mix it with, whatever base game, whether it be Heroes Unite, you got Forever Evil, the base one, just any of them, the Teen Titans, whatever you add it to, it's going to add to it, to the gameplay, mix it up a little bit more, make it a little bit more exciting and fun. And then, of course, we've got in here, we've got the big Yep, this one goes right with, oh, first we'll go like this. So this is a deck building game. This is the actual instructions for it, the different things that are clarified here and what the different powers for the different cards are. This looks like it's going to be going because of the victory points. It's going to be based off of getting victory points, which will help you. Those happen in the later base games as well as expansions, the Crisis expansions that you can get for this game. But as a supervillain, you are the supervillain fighting the superheroes, which we already established here because these are the guys you're going against, and this is you and your power. So first you have Captain Cold as a supervillain that you can play as. You've got Golden Glider as a supervillain. Heat Wave. You've got Mirror Master. Interesting. The Trickster. And the Weather Wizard. Again, I went through these pretty quick, but if you want to, you can freeze the frame, read their special ability power or anything like that you want to. And again, to call out your attention, the crossover 5 is at the bottom of every single one of these cards, so it helps to sort it back out if you want to play with a different mixed and matched combination of games and expansions. They always have the signifier at the bottom. This one's saying the crossover 5-pack, and this is for the crossover 5-pack, The Rogues. But there you have it. You have the instructions, all the new cards, all the new supervillains that you can play as, which would mix nicely with the Forever Evil pack, but all fits nicely in this little pack that comes for the DC deck building game crossover pack number 5. I'm excited to play this one, add more variety to the game, make it a little bit more interesting and exciting. But join us again next time for another unboxing of other games for the DC deck building game or any other type of game and the different game playthroughs that we have. So again, join us next time, and thank you for joining us on Game Night Tonight.